know that I can stand.
I know that I can stand.
No matter what comes my way.
No matter what may come my way.
Jesus, my life.
My life is in your hands.
Let's sing it together.
Shalom and welcome to today's Nugget of Hope. Today I want to talk to us on make God personal. Now it is okay when we pray together, when we go to church and call God our God, but there are times that you need to make God personal and call him my God. Especially when you are in danger, when you are facing challenges that are beyond you, when you are going through things that people do not understand, those are moments you need to make God personal and say, like the psalmist says in Psalm 91 and verse number 2, he says, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My Lord, in him will I trust. In other words, the psalmist was saying, I may be going through something that you do not understand, but I'm reminding myself that I have a God who is my refuge and my fortress. Now, the psalmist says, I will say, which simply means faith needs to be spoken. Faith needs to be declared. Some of us just internalize things and we think like faith is a feeling. No, faith is a declaration. You need to declare that I have faith in my God. So the psalmist is saying, I will say of the Lord that he is my refuge and he is my fortress. So I want you to note that when you find yourself in times of challenges, crisis, personalize God and declare faith in him, just like the psalmist did. And he says, he is my refuge and my fortress. Now, refuge talks of shelter, and fortress talks of a stronghold, a strong place or continuous protection. Now, what the psalmist was declaring is that his God was his place of shelter and his continual protection. And even you need to note that you can actually choose to make God your personal God, to be your personal refuge, your place of shelter, the place where you run to when you find yourself in crisis, the name that you call that is on your lips when you find yourself in those times, so that he can become your place of shelter and he can become your protection. Now, today I want to encourage you, especially those of you who may be going through challenges. You may try to explain them to people, they will never understand. You may try to analyze them, you may not even yourself understand. But those are the moments you turn to your God, your personal God, and say, my God, you are my refuge and you are my fortress, and I speak it, I declare it, that you are my refuge and you are my fortress. And I want you to know, any moment you make God personal, God will always come through for you. It's just like a father, when a child cries out and says, my dad will always respond. And so I want to encourage you today, whatever you are going through, even before you start explaining it to people, trying to make them understand, turn to your personal God, the God you can make personal, and say, my God, he is my refuge, my place of shelter, and he is my fortress, my continual protection. I believe that God will come through when you make him personal. And I believe that whatever situation you find yourself in, you will come through victorious. Thank you so much for watching. These are Nuggets of Hope with Bishop T.